think my cat's gonna have some cat food now. It's gonna be really loud. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordy, if you don't know me. And this video is a little get ready with me using the furless It's Likely makeup brushes. I put on makeup with my brushes and answered your questions in this video. So if that's something that you want to see, then keep watching. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is apply foundation with the Pro 1F. I'm just going to use this to get the most out of my foundation and also to get it into all the little creases. And then I'm going to go in with the Pro 6F. And just buff it in, and this makes the most flawless, natural looking foundation application. Let's answer a Q&A question, shall we? Starting at the top. Leah Ashton said, would you ever do a tattoo tour video? I get asked this all the time. And my answer used to be a definite no, but I'm starting to think maybe. If you guys are really that interested, I could probably make it happen. I love using this brush just to stipple in the foundation. The finish is just incredible. Amazing. Using the Pro 1F again to apply my concealer. Emo Lil Bitch said, how did you get so good at makeup? Thank you. And definitely practice. I did go to makeup school, so knowing, you know, professional techniques and tricks and tips is helpful, but nothing makes you better than practice and just doing look after look after look on yourself, on other people, stepping out of your comfort zone and doing looks you wouldn't normally do so that you can do them. Casa Dill Art, I'm sorry if I say your guys' usernames wrong, asked, what's the hardest part about being a YouTuber beauty guru? I think one of the biggest challenges from working from home and on your own terms is finding the motivation to actually work, especially when you struggle with anxiety and depression. When you're in a mood and in a funk, usually the first thing I want to do is not sit down in front of a camera and talk to myself. So that can be really, really hard. Or when you're in a creative rut and you don't know what the heck to do. And also once you have established a base of friends on your YouTube and your Instagram, you don't want to disappoint them. You want to constantly create content for them. Not because you don't want them to lose interest, but they're like, you guys are my friends and I want to make sure you're happy. My base looks so good. Just saying. I'm gonna use the Pro 1M to contour with cream. Molly Ariana said, what is your biggest accomplishment? What's one thing you feel like, I did it? A big one is definitely keeping my children alive. Every day I'm like, wow, you're an okay mom. But keeping it relative to this, I made a YouTube channel. That was something that I wanted to do, but kept putting off because I was so scared, and I did it. I made one, and you guys watch it and subscribe, and that's definitely my I did it thing. I'm gonna use the Pro 4F to blend my contour. Why? Ask, how did you and Luke meet? I love you too. So that's a story. We met a really long time ago. And I think I want to make a video with him about how we met because it was such a long time ago, and I think that our versions of the story might be a little bit different, and I think it'll be a really entertaining video for you guys and for us. Nina Colley 2003 said, what age did you get into makeup at? I think I answered this in my last Q&A. A lot of these questions might be a little bit repetitive if you have seen my last one, but oh well. I can distinctly remember playing with makeup when I was like between 3 and 5. And my stepdad didn't like it. And he would say, wipe that gravy off your face. And he called it gravy. And I was very offended. And look at me now. Gracie said, if you could travel to any country, where would you go? I think you guys probably know the answer, since my boyfriend is currently in Australia. That's where I would go. My baby Bailey said, will you adopt me? Which is really confusing to me because I thought this was already legally established. I already did the paperwork, Bailey. Jazzy Rose said, in general, how's your life going? Which is a really, really sweet question. Thank you for asking. Definitely a few battles happening right now in my life. It's a little bit dramatic, but it's good. It's really good. I'm gonna use the Itty Bitty Pro 2M just to add a little highlight on my nose. Honey Hayes said, would you ever get any more tattoos, and how many? I would eventually like to be covered in tattoos, so as many tattoos as it takes to cover my body. I'm gonna use the Pro 2F to set my face with powder. Brown Eyed Girl said, what are some tricks I can use to make my brows appear fuller but maintain a natural brow look? My favorite trick is to, instead of just filling in your brows really solid, just to draw little individual hair stroke lines, which is time consuming, but it looks so good. And then always make sure to brush the product out and then gel your brows upwards, and it makes them look so thick and fluffy. Ellie Rose said, I want to become Insta famous. How do I do that? Note, joke, but still a serious question. I guess what I did to try and get followers when I started my makeup Instagram was use makeup by brands that had a substantial following, like Anastasia Beverly Hills, and work really, really hard at making really quality images using their products so that they would repost me and tagging them, hashtagging them, harassing them. I'm just kidding, I try not to do that. And that definitely got the ball rolling. Posting consistently and a lot is really, really important. Trying to pay attention to when your posts get the most engagement also will help you. Honestly, just do whatever you want to do with your Instagram account. I think that it comes through as really genuine if you just post whatever you want, whenever you want. Maggie Linder said, if you weren't doing makeup, what would you be doing as a career? Another thing that I really enjoy doing is drawing and painting. And I actually did briefly make and sell t-shirts, and I also did a few designs for other people. And I think that that's probably what I would do if I wasn't doing makeup, because I do really enjoy it. Nameless Rosa said, if you could turn back time, what would you change? And honestly, my answer is nothing, because anything that I changed would definitely change the outcome of my life right now, and I really love my life right now, so nothing. I would change nothing. Anna Italian Girl 23 said, what's your favorite food and movie genre? My favorite food, honestly, honest to God, is anything that Luke cooks me. He makes such delicious food, and I can just taste the love. I can taste it. And my movie genre is 100% horror. I love to be a little bit scared. Next, I'm gonna fill in my brows with the Pro 7M. And while I do that, I'm going to answer Anna Italian Girl 23's questions. She's got a couple. Did you ever go to college? I went to college twice. I went to makeup school, and then I had kids. And it started to feel like being a makeup artist was going to be a little bit difficult with children. And I thought that maybe I wanted, you know, a Monday to Friday office job. So I went to school to be an administrative assistant. And then I finished that, and I was like, good Lord, that ain't me. I wouldn't say it was a waste of time or money, because I did learn a few things, like 2. She also asked about motivation and self-love, which I think are very, very much intertwined. Honestly, I could use some tips on motivation. It's been hard lately. it comes in waves. I think self-love is just doing everything and anything that makes you feel happy. Like for me, the bath, a face mask, a bath bomb, maybe a glass of wine. That's my happy place, and that's my self-love. Taking care of my hair, taking care of my skin, taking care of my brain. Retro Gem says, what's your favorite part of applying your makeup? Also, what are your reasons for wearing makeup? My favorite part, oh man. I love eyebrows because it changes the face so much, but I'm not hugely fond of doing them. I love contouring. I think it's so freaking cool. It is an art. But this is silly. My favorite part of applying my makeup is highlighter. Is that, you know, last little glowy shine to your matte face. It just like gives it life, and just love it. I love highlighter so much. The act of applying makeup is so therapeutic for me. It is routine and it's comfortable and I'm good at it, something that I can do confidently. Little Mama 922, what's it like being a YouTube influencer and raising toddlers at once? I don't really have toddlers anymore, which is really, really sad. They're like grown ass people. Well, not like grown, pretty grown. Easy will be 5 soon and Ollie will be 8. But it's really hard. I sometimes, you know, a little spark of motivation or creativity will hit me and I want to film. And I want to film really, really badly, but when they're running around and screaming and, you know, they need me to be present, I can't just, you know, pop on here and film a look, even if I desperately want to. So that part's really, really hard. But I wouldn't change it at all. It's working out all right. I work from home, so I can literally be here for them all the time, which is like the ultimate. I'm gonna move on to my eyeballs, and first I'm gonna use my personal favorite brush in the whole world. The Pro 7E, the large, fluffy, domed blending brush of my dreams. I love you. And move on to the next question. Fuck Ali says, why don't you vlog? I honestly would like to. I bought a little handheld camera that I can vlog with. I like editing them. It's fun. I do like vlogging. But most of the time I ain't doing shit. My vlogs would be wildly boring. And when I am doing shit, I forget to vlog. I think that when Luke is back, he will be better at the vlogging thing and he can help me with that. Because having an extra set of arms and an extra brain to be like, hey, we should vlog this, the vlogs will come. I also am not sure how I feel about vlogging my kids. And I mean, I'm with them all the time. So that's been kind of an internal battle that I've been having. They want to be on YouTube, but are they old enough to know whether they want to be on YouTube or not? I would actually be really interested in knowing your opinions on this subject. Holla. For a darker shade in the crease, I'm gonna use the Pro 4E. Stasia7 says, do you prefer liquid lipsticks or cream? Of course, liquid lipsticks are so good because they don't move. Oh, but they're so uncomfortable and dry. I guess it depends on what I'm doing. If I really need a lipstick to last all day, because I'm really, really bad at remembering to bring the lipstick I'm wearing for touch-ups, I usually go with a liquid lipstick. But I prefer like a bullet lipstick, like a classic lipstick. Silly Kristen says, what are you afraid of? Avocado Prince says, do you get much judgment from other children's parents from your appearance? How do you deal with it, and why do you think that people seem to judge someone's parenting skills by the way they look? Not really, no. I feel like I look somewhat put together most of the time. That's a lie, that's a fat lie. Usually I am in my pajamas when I'm doing the old school drop off and pickup. I'm not like a pack meeting mom. Wish I was, but it's just not me. So I don't actually associate with other parents very much. The ones I have were absolutely lovely. It's been okay so far. If someone did judge me by my appearance or my parenting skills, I don't think I would give a shit, because I know damn well I'm a good mom, and it really doesn't matter what anyone looks like. I think people just judge what they don't understand. Like if it's something they wouldn't do, like maybe they wouldn't get a tattoo, they just are so quick to judge and be dicks because they don't get it. Peach B and Y, what's your favorite thing about being a mom? My favorite thing about being a mom is just watching and listening to my kids. They are so damn funny. The shit they say and the shit they do is so fucking funny. And just watching them be their own little people and have their own sense of humor and their own personality is so cool. I'm just using the Pro 3M just to really pack on some shadow on the outer corner. And then back in with my little baby to gently blend the edges. You Love Whitney. Tips on converting to all cruelty-free and how to know if a brand is cruelty-free. I really like this question. The way I converted to cruelty-free was first just becoming conscious of what I was using and what was cruelty-free and what wasn't. I didn't just say this isn't cruelty-free and toss it. First, I just kind of made myself aware of what wasn't cruelty-free. And then I tried to use up most of what I had just because I didn't want to be really wasteful, and then slowly found replacements for the products that I had that weren't cruelty-free. I use the internet a lot. If there's not like a clearly marked leaping bunny or says not tested or doesn't say cruelty-free right on the product, you can just pop it in Google, and there are a lot of really great blogs that will tell you what brands are cruelty-free, to what extent they're cruelty-free, because there's definitely different levels of being cruelty-free. And you have to be really careful because there's a lot of really tricky wording when it comes to brands stating whether they're cruelty-free or not. And you also have to make the choice on whether you want to support brands that are cruelty-free that are owned by a parent company that's not cruelty-free. I personally do, because I think it sends such a loud message to the parent company if their cruelty-free brands are doing well. So if you're not sure about a product, Google usually has the answer. If Google doesn't know, I kind of just steer clear. And at first it seems really overwhelming and expensive and like a lot of work, but if you do it slowly over time, it's really great. It makes you feel good. It's not expensive. There's lots of drugstore brands that are cruelty-free, and you don't have to throw everything away and replace everything, at one time. Any little bit that you do is rad. Madeline Holtz, what do you do while you take a bath? I normally watch beauty YouTube videos while I soak and shave. Yeah, pretty much same. I listen to music. I often spend my bath time finding new music on Spotify, adding it to my playlist. I talk to my boyfriend when I'm in the bath. I use that time to Snapchat quite often. I know a lot of you have probably seen me in the bath. Not like seeing me in the bath, but like I've been aware that I was in bathtub. Sometimes I eat in the bath. Sometimes I watch TV in the bath. It depends. It depends on what kind of bath I'm having. Art said favorite TV show at the moment. I actually just finished watching the first and only season of The End of the Fucking World. And oh my God, it was so good. I loved it. It was so good. I can't wait for season 2. Macklin, when did you get your first tattoo / piercing? What was it? I believe my first piercing was my ears, and I think I was 3. And my first tattoo, I was 14 years old, and it's some stars in a questionable area of my body. I'm still just using the Pro 3M for my lower lash line because it is amazing. Anasaurus asked what I think about plastic surgery. I really love medical stuff. I like watching it. I like learning about it. I think if there's something that you want to change, do it. But make sure you're doing it for you and no one else. I think it's amazing and empowering. I think it's pretty cool. There are a few things that I would do. Schuler, oh, when you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? I went back and forth. Like when I was really, really young, I wanted to be a cartoonist or sometimes a starving artist. I'm not sure if I fully understood what that meant. I think I just wanted to be an artist of any kind. Ghosty Mikey, do you have any advice for getting through the last years of high school? It feels like forever. Yes, it does feel like forever, but it's so short. It's so short. I don't know, I guess, just get through it the best you can. Try to have a lot of fun. Focus on your schoolwork. Don't worry about dumb other shit. Seems really long and like it's never gonna end, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I graduated 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I graduated 11 years ago. And yeah, I remember feeling the exact same way. So you'll be okay. Bcraft X, did you have any other names picked out for your babies before you had them, and what was pregnancy like? I did, for sure. I'm going to keep them just in case. And pregnancy was incredible. I loved being pregnant. I loved labor and delivery, the whole thing. I was gonna put on glitter, but I'm not. I changed my mind. I'm just gonna add a highlight on the lid and under the brow using my Pro 2E. And of course the inner corner. Macklin asked, what was your job before you did YouTube? I am a freelance makeup artist. Weddings, photo shoots. I'm not currently doing that because I am going to try and focus just on my YouTube. And I also, before makeup, had a shop where I designed and sold kids t-shirts, a few adult t-shirts, but mostly baby clothes and toddler clothes. They're so cute. I'm actually gonna bring some back to my shop. Big Mess, how old are you? I know, lame question, I just don't know. That's not a lame question, that's a lovely question. I'm 28, I'll be 29 February 28th. You guys might actually be seeing this after my birthday, so then that means I'm 29, which means I am almost 30. Wow. Thea MC or Taya, I'm not sure. What's your star sign? I'm a Pisces. Victoria Castillo, what do you think about wearing makeup every day? Do you ever get worried about your skin? I do not wear makeup every day, like not even close. Maybe 3 times a week. Fraud. Fragile faint, does saliva go out from your lip piercing? No, that has never happened. Though, I have heard that, ew, my earrings are a little cray cray. I have heard that dimple piercings, when you get them right here, I heard that saliva can come out of those. Whoa. Jessica Davis wants to know what tattoo hurt the most. I think, it seems weird, because I have my armpit and my belly and my chest and like places that you think would hurt really badly, but I think the worst one was the back of my calf. It really sucked. Alex makes it up. What's your weirdest habit or quirk? I don't know. Excuse me while I put on giant lashes. Don't even need eyeshadow with these lashes. These lashes are pretty much a smoky eye. I don't know if these habits are weird or bad. I chew the insides of my cheeks and I pick the skin off of my lips and I crack my knuckles. All those like nervous quirks. Joan Eram, use 3 words for each one to describe yourself, your kids, and your new relationship. That's like a project. Myself. Anxious. Strong. And creative. My kids, hilarious, smart, and caring. And my new relationship, I feel like this is about to get cheese ball. If I say meant to be, is that all 3 words? I told you it was gonna be cheesy. Bud Bunny would like to know how often I come to the States. I have been there a few times lately, just to California. I am going to Orlando in April as much as I possibly can, but I never know when it's gonna be. It always happens very last minute. I've used my Pro 5F to put on some blush. This is actually eyeshadow because I'm doing my whole facial and palette out of laziness. Brittany Paget asks, if you could dye your hair one natural color and live with it for the rest of your life, what color would you do? My lord. I think I feel the cutest and most like myself when my hair's pink. So I think I'm gonna go with pink. Meredith Quinn, does your family accept your tattoos? Yeah, like all of them. I think my mom is actually more tattooed than I am. I'm using the Pro 5M to highlight. And Yabi asked, what's your favorite kind of look to do? I like to do really neutral beauty looks because I feel really pretty when I do those looks. But my favorite looks to make are the ones where I just sit down and do something weird, like some kind of fairy or like some kind of otherworldly look. Next, I'm using the Pro 6E, which is such a good freckle brush. Joni Baker, did it hurt getting a septum piercing? I got my septum pierced when I was 17, so that was almost 12 years ago. So I might not remember correctly, but I don't remember it being that awful. Scotty Jane, did anyone inspire you to start getting into makeup? I think I first realized I wanted to do makeup was when somebody got me Kevin Aquan's Making Faces book when I was I don't remember when it came out. I was definitely in high school. And I started reading through his book and recreating some of the looks he did in his book. There was one where he turned someone into Marilyn Monroe, and he had tips and tricks on how to make the eyes look different and overlining the lips. And I made myself into Marilyn Monroe using his tips and tricks, and it was one of the funnest things I ever did. And that's when I was like, this is what I want to do. Danny Castro 3, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would you choose? I would choose my dad. He passed away when I was only 3, so I never really got a chance to know him. So I think having dinner with him would be pretty cool. My phone just died, so no more questions. It's okay though, it's pretty good timing because I am done. Pretty basic, but I guess this video is just about brushes and answering your questions anyways, so who cares, right? Thank you guys for watching. As always, I hope this isn't too long and boring. If you have other questions that you are dying to ask me, please leave them in the comments. I'll try and answer as many as I can. And until next time, what kind of wave this is.